right, we're on. Woo, woo. All right. You can do a freestyle or something over this if
I
you
can
feel.
spit some bars. I know it's going to be some racist shit or something. There's some bitches.
Nothing racist. We're not
there's
doing.
some bitches.
Bitches.
No, nothing racist.
Nothing racist. No, it's fine, bro. I can handle it.
Boom. Welcome
All
back
right.
to the Sausage Boys podcast. This is your host here, the South Coast poster child, Jackson Grant, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen. That's so good doing applause for
Yeah.
yourself.
And I'm the Terry Crews of Sydney.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Terry Crews of Sydney couldn't be here today,
Yeah, she's got Vishaal of Sydney
filling in.
filling in. Yeah,
It's the first episode we've actually done without both hosts here, so this is
this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be good.
Dude, I was keen to meet Karam.
he's a good bloke. Old
Yeah.
Karam.
Karam.
Yeah, he's a great bloke.
Shout out to Karam.
Shout out to Karam.
Karam's got a cold, so yeah, he'll be feeling better soon.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel like the training wheels are off. Krim's not here, training wheels are off.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
I still got you. You're like my big daddy holding
Big
my
daddy.
hand. Still. Yeah, big thank you to Vish for filling in. And a very special guest here today, new friend of the show, Alex Cameron.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Mate, I'm sorry that I'm late. You know,
No
I
stress.
pride myself on punctuality, and I was very tardy this morning. You can actually see my car. I parked on the median strip just out here. That's how much of a hurry I was in. I'm definitely copping a fine. But you know what I was thinking when I was pulling up? I was so this is I'm basically parked on a pedestrian walkway. I don't think those are car parks. But I thought, you know what? If I've got white privilege, why can't I use it every now and then? So that was my thinking. Is if I can't get away with this, then it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I would know about.
Well,
white
we'll take a photo where my car is parked right now. It's basically parallel parked across a road, and we'll put it on the. We'll see if we can splice it into the video here, just so you guys can see the stones that I've brought to this podcast.
I reckon we got to get Vishaal the park on the alleyway to see if white privilege exists and
Yeah.
see if you get a ticket.
I'm definitely getting a ticket. That's for
Oh.
sure. Oh,
Oh,
can you? Yeah. Is it good? Wait, let's switch.
Take that one. Take that
All
one.
right.
Take the black one, Vishaal.
Yeah.
All right.
So what's been going on? I went to Jack Harlow the other night, ladies and gentlemen. The great white rapper, Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow. I'm
Do you
not
listen
too-
to it?
Occasionally, my brother's a big fan.
Are you a hip hop guy?
Listen, I'm old school hip hop.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You like the what Ice Cube?
yeah, I like Eminem and
That's it. Just Eminem.
that's it.
I'm old school.
That's all I'll allow myself to like.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thing though because he's so like the audience is like 80% women, right? And my girlfriend bought me this ticket for my birthday.
Mm.
And who also went was two of her friends who were also girls. So for my birthday, I got to go see this guy who I'm like kind of a fan of, and that her and her two friends love. And in this place with like 1,000 girls going crazy for this guy,
It's so
it
stupid.
was pretty
Yeah.
great. It was pretty great.
It's stupid.
There was a part where he goes, "Who's here tonight with your ladies? Who's here tonight with your boyfriend?"
And your
And-
girlfriend didn't put her hand up.
It was, yeah, it's an awkward situation to be in. I mean, it's good fun, but like, can you imagine if it was the other way around? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I took my girlfriend with a bunch of, well, there is no equivalent.
There isn't. If
'Cause
you
guys
took your
don't freak
girlfriend,
out
if you
like
took
that.
to your girlfriend to go see Ariana Grande, and she said, "Who's single tonight?" and you put your hand up, you're done. The
Yeah.
relationship's over.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it. I don't know if it works both ways even. I don't know if, I feel like girls are attraction and respect are tied together. I don't think that's necessarily true with men. I don't think the average dude would find Rihanna more hot than just this hot girl that isn't famous.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Because yeah, 100%. Because famousness, a lot of ladies equate famousness with respect, effectively.
Yeah.
The two things. That's why, you know, someone was telling me that they were listening to this thing, and this guy went out with Johnny Knoxville one time. Now, Johnny Knoxville is not like a super good-looking guy, but he was super famous at the height of Jackass.
Yeah.
And he was saying that women would literally leave their hotel keys in front of him at any bar. There would be like 4 women who would come up and leave the hotel key and say, I'm in room 709.
This is
Johnny Knoxville.
This is
right?
Johnny Knoxville.
This is Johnny Knoxville. He's not talented. He just has a high pain threshold. That's his whole shtick.
He's charming though. He's very charming.
Dude, he throws himself off like buildings,
Yeah.
and then ladies are like, "Oh yeah, well this is obviously a guy who I want to get to know better."
There's something sexy about that though. There must be.
But he's not like a stuntman because he doesn't successfully complete stunts. He just has a high pain tolerance.
No, yeah, he gets hit by a fucking ball.
He gets hit by a bus and walks off, and it's not like Evel Knievel. He's not jumping over anything. He's literally
crazy.
not
Yeah.
jumping over things. He's jumping into something.
Maybe that's
But
what.
this is the thing: is that ladies like when they see someone famous, like TikTok famous or something like that. You don't have to have any skill. They'll just go, "Oh yeah, well you know what? That's attractive because he's famous."
It's about clout.
It's clout.
It's a handbag.
Mm-hmm.
Women are attracted to handbags. Men, I don't think men are attracted to fame like that.
Depends on the person, though. It depends on.
Really?
Well, it's
Yeah.
intimidating. It's intimidating when a
Yeah.
girl's more famous than you. Then she's got more choice.
It's an
Yeah.
ego thing.
It's an
an
but it's an
ego,
ego,
yeah.
but it's a power thing. Like
Yeah.
you know, it means that she can get any man she wants.
Yeah. Like, let's face it. Like, none of us are gonna go up to Rihanna. Like, I don't know. We might. Like, if you saw Rihanna at a bar, who out of any of us would just go up to and start having a conversation?
Vishaal, I just parked across a median strip. Like, if you don't think I'm gonna walk up
yeah,
to
that's
some
white privilege.
celebrity,
I
if you
forgot,
don't think I'm gonna
yeah.
walk up to some celebrity and
Yeah.
do my best,
Would you really?
100%.
You'd go up
What's
to
the worst
Rihanna.
that can happen? Maybe you get bodied by a security, because you're a stranger going up to a celebrity. But what do you got to lose?
I've got a girlfriend.
Well, you've got a girlfriend, but that's ethics aside. Like,
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you with someone? Are you dating at the moment?
no, I'm done. I'm tapped out.
All right. So if Rihanna was in town,
Yeah.
it's on the cards. But you're actually attracted to someone for being famous.
It depends on the person, especially if they're talented. Like, if it was Ariana Grande, I'd freak the fuck out. Like,
Yeah, but that's
I would-
talent. We're talking, are you attracted just for fame? Like, just for clout? Let's just
Just
say,
for
like, Charlie
clout.
D'Amelio or someone like that, some TikTok famous lady.
Maybe there'd be like, it depends on how old. I'm at an age now where
Vishaal,
it's
there's
like,
too many qualifiers already. You gotta answer it.
well,
man.
it depends.
You gotta
Like,
answer it.
you know, I've heard of Charlie. What's her name again? Charlie D'Amelio, that TikTok lady. But yeah, I'm not a like, she doesn't do it for me. But like someone who's like 14 or 15, like that would, you know, if you're a 14, 15-year-old boy saw Charlie on the street and she'd be like, oh
Yeah.
my god, that's, you know.
But even if you didn't know who it was, like, she would be as attractive. I don't think you can have, because there are a lot of average-looking dudes, like you were saying, Johnny Knoxville, but he's fucking famous,
yeah,
and that's what makes him attractive.
Yeah. It's like Gal Gadot, right? Gal Gadot I would find equally attractive if she was not in Wonder Woman and I'd never seen her on TV before, or if I saw her at a bar in Sydney. It would be the same.
and,
Yeah,
and you'd go
yeah.
up to her and be like, hey, I'm Alex.
I park on median strips.
Yeah.
That's my jam. My car's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. But it was a good show, but it's just an awkward thing to kind of be a part of. Should I be... And you can't do anything. You're like, I understand it.
Yeah.
What am I meant to say here? We're leaving.
Yeah.
You stop looking at that attractive
Yeah,
man on
you
that
s-
stage.
yeah, look.
We are going home.
Have you
We're
seen-
outta here.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this Andrew Tate guy on Instagram?
I was gonna
Yeah,
mention him.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna bring him up because he is fucking everywhere. He's just like,
What
He's
do you
blown
think,
up. He's
what do
blown
you
the
think
fuck
about
up.
him, Vishaal? What's
I
your
don't
headline?
know.
Is he spitting facts or is he spitting fictions?
Nah, Vishaal's a lib. He hates him.
Are you woke, Vishaal?
not at all. I don't know. I look like I'm supposed to be, but there's like times where it's like, I don't know, this is too much for me. You know, I'm in the middle. I like Andrew. Like, I don't know. This like again, it's not so much. I think people just are put off by his aggressiveness. He's too alpha male for a lot of people. Like,
But what do
he's
you
just
think
too-
about him?
What do I think about
Yeah.
him?
Is he too alpha male for you?
No.
Maybe can you give us a rundown of the character?
Yeah,
So
I
is
can handle an alpha male.
Vishal, why don't you give a rundown of Alpha?
What do I
Alpha,
get?
Alpha Tate.
Well, yeah, he's just aggressive. He just talks
So
in
he's
a way
like this.
that is-
Okay, so for the people who don't know, he's like this Instagram guy. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how he's come up, but basically he's everywhere now. And so what his whole shtick is he's this kind of hyper masculine bald dude who wears sunglasses inside. He's jacked. He's done like 1,000 pro kickboxing fights.
Yeah.
He's now super loaded. I think he used to run a webcam site, and he's also used to own a bunch of nightclubs and I think a casino. So now, what he's doing is he's spreading effective wisdom, social media hustler wisdom, and he's going around and he's being like, man, if this is what you want to do, you got to, no girl turned you down if you got 6-pack abs, okay? You feeling depressed? Go for a run. Go for a hike. Like, that type of thing. There's like, all that stuff, you know, he goes and talks to women and he's like, you know, he goes on a podcast with this lady and she's like, yeah, I want an emotional man, you know, like someone who's like in touch with his feelings. He's like, no, you don't. Those guys are in your DMs and you know what? You pie them. You don't even give them a second chance. Like, he's that whole type of shtick where he's like, he's spitting truth about men-women relationships. And so that's how he's singing. And so then he's like developed this thing called Hustlers University. And so it's like, it's kind of like you know how there's like Jordan Peterson.
Have you signed up to it?
I haven't.
You seem to
No,
know
no, no.
so
I haven't because I've seen all about it. My brother keeps sending me these videos of Tate, and he's like, "Oh, look what Tate said," and I'm like, "Oh, here we go." But he's got this whole Hustlers University thing, and it's like step by step on how to become like an alpha male thing. Apparently, he's doing pretty well. Like, he's got a Bugatti.
Yeah. He's he owns a bunch of casinos as well. So that's where he's making his money, and he also lives in Romania, which is why he's able to say all the shit that he says.
It seems like a bit. It really seems like a
It
bit.
is a bit.
Like
does
he
seem
puts
like a
it
bit.
on, but
It
there's
does?
parts of him where you're like, okay, he really believes in this shit. Like,
It's like if it's like a caricature of like Dan Bilzerian or something like that. This guy is like otherworldly.
yeah,
It is a bit. It
well,
is a bit.
Yeah, Dan is lot more reserved. Like, he puts his stuff out there, but he doesn't talk about. Like, he'll bring it up like if you ask him. Whereas Andrew's like, he has to tell you.
Is there truth to what he's saying?
Yeah. Wait, with Dan or Andrew?
Andrew Tate, is there truth to what he's saying?
Bits of it. I would
What?
say.
You're so stoked with hearing his response about Andrew
Yeah,
Tate.
yeah, there's bits of it. Like,
What's your favorite thing he said?
You love him, Vish.
I don't love him. I just think he's, like, I don't hate him. Like, I'm in the middle. Like, I'm Malcolm in that way. I'm in the middle when it comes to, like, you either love him or hate him. For a lot of people, they hate him just because he's an aggressive alpha male dude, and a lot of people on the internet aren't used to it, or they're in their own, like, that's also the thing with the internet. Like, it's created their own, like, little bubbles, right? So if they hear someone like, especially left woke, like, if they hear someone like an Andrew Tate, he's just he represents everything. I think there was what was it, Fresh and Fit, where a woman tried to call him out. For like, oh, I know you're a straight white man, and then he's like, pull a picture of my dad, and and he's half black, so his dad's black as well. So
that explains it.
yeah,
That's why Vish likes him.
he's got a bit of color in it.
Do we need people like that in the world at the moment? Because there's the whole Jordan Peterson thing. I'm like, some of what he's saying is great. I think that should be out there.
That's the thing, though. It's only some, not all of it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to agree with everything. There's a lot of people.
So what's he saying that is right, though?
I think when it comes to, like, I don't know. I think over the last few years, a lot of men have developed a fear of women, like approaching.
Some men,
boys.
I'm definitely not one.
I'll go up to him right now. no, but like, I feel like a lot of like, I feel like he's good for guys that are like just depressed and just need like an outlet, like the stuff that he does. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know his entire life. Like, I don't really know. Like, all I've heard is just the stuff. Like, he's owned a bunch of casinos. He hooks up with Romanian chicks and has all these orgies. That's it, right? But like this, like, again, like, I don't know. There's like stuff that he says, especially when it comes to like being. It sounds so fucking like cringe, but like being an alpha man or just being a man in general, like not having the fear to go after your goals and dreams and all that sort of stuff. The only difference between him and Jordan Peterson is that Jordan's coming from a little bit more of an intellectual level, like to some people is what it's perceived as, whereas Andrew's like, he speaks to like the Joe Rogan bro heads, the fans of Joe Rogan, or someone that, So let's face it, a lot of men are, they need an Andrew Tate. They need like someone, like, I don't know, they need like a father figure. Some of them don't have a father figure, or like so they look up to guys like Andrew Tate and to go, all right, go to the club or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your brother's actually sending you? Is it information or is it for a laugh?
No, it's just clips. It's just clips of him saying ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
He's got this bit where he goes, listen, if my girlfriend's doing OnlyFans, she's paying me a cut because that's my property.
Yeah, I did see that.
Because that's my property. That's my property. Now, I have a feeling that that's a bit. I do, but I also there's a sense in which there is logic to what he's saying, in the sense that he goes, well, we're in a relationship, whatever it is. So he would send me stuff like that, right? And it'd be like, oh, guys, what do you think? Like, because I got a group chat with like my family, so there's the 3 brothers and then my sister's also in there, and he'd be like sending it in. And he's like, oh, what do you reckon about this? And it's something, it's some ridiculous Andrew Tate clip like that, or,
Go again. Is it going? Oh, beautiful. Yeah. It's
What do you think? You're sitting on the fence here, buddy.
I am, yeah. Well, I've seen some stuff. Karim fucking is obsessed with him at the moment, actually. He loves the guy. But
he's gay for Andrew Tate. Oh, can you hear my...
Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah. You heard that, Karim? You're gay.
It goes without saying. Yeah, no, he's definitely gay for Andrew Tate. No doubt about that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a bit of bromance.
I don't know. I haven't invested myself in it enough to see it as more than a bit. It just seems like it's fucking... But he does seem so serious. And how do you stay in character for 2 hours on a podcast being this guy?
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's pretending at some level to be something. So, you know what? Might as well make it something cool.
True that. So how did you get your start, man? In kind of... how long ago did you say you started comedy?
I started comedy, I reckon... I'd have to go back and check. I reckon it'd be like 6-9 months. Basically, I'd spoken about doing... I wanted it to do for ages and ages and ages. And I was like, I can't... It's one of those things where you're like... There's never going to be a better time, and it's definitely something I realized after I did the first time.
Yeah, there's no time like the present.
There is literally, you're going to suck no matter what. So I was like, I was saying I wanted to do it since I was like 20, and then I was like, I'm going to write something and it's going to smoke it and it's going to be awesome and all that stuff. And then it was like lockdown came, so I was like, I couldn't get to do it. And then after lockdown, I started looking up open mics, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Right. So then it's actually pretty funny. So I told my 2 mates, two of my best mates, I was like, hey, listen, I'm finally going to do open mic. Like, why don't you come? Right. Bad idea. Don't recommend. But so they turn up, and so it's Crown on Thursday night. Right. And it was one of the Crowns where it's like 25 people sign up. So it's like they do the draw, and I'm 25th, like dead fucking last. So you can imagine, like, I'm already nervous. I've got 2 guys there, and they're like...
Oh, now we got to wait for fucking 2 hours.
We got to fucking wait for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, like, depending on how long people go for, just to watch you get up there. Anyways, so then it's like the first half goes, break. Second half goes. It's now like 9:45 or something like that. And my mates are starting like, oh, you're nervous? Are you nervous? Are you freaking out? I'm like, fuck, you're just not helping. Just fucking you leave me alone. They're like, oh, do you need to go outside and just walk around for a bit? And I was like, no, just fucking leave me alone. Let's just act like proper, professionals here. Yeah, just fucking, let's just do it. And like, you
went to the bathroom, put on an Andrew Tate video to get pumped.
Oh, mate, I was shaking. Like, I was fucking nervous. Because as well, and because now you're second guessing everything. Like, you've seen all the people who go up, and the truth was, the good thing was that most of the people went up bombed, and I was like, oh well, because the problem with Crown is that after the first 2 or 3, no one's paying attention, and it's also like
it's mostly comics as well. So
they're not half of them are not listening to what you're saying. They're
exactly
just thinking about their own shit.
Yeah,
right. But obviously, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Right, so I'm just thinking, oh my god, this is a tough crowd. This is the toughest crowd I've ever seen. Like, Jesus, it's for more energy in a fucking morgue. So then I get up there and I do the 5 minutes, and I'm about 60 seconds through, and I'm going, I could literally hear a pin drop if I really wanted to right now. Like, this could not be going any worse.
Try not to swallow deep into the microphone.
I'm standing there going, is this it? Like, surely not. And then, so I got my mate up the back. He's recording. I see his mouth, his hands over his mouth. And later on, when he showed me the recording, he was saying, "Holy fuck, this is grim." That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying on the thing, right? I got my mate, and then his girlfriend was also there, and they're like he's trying his best, but he's like heads in his hands. He's going, "Holy fuck," because the problem was, it was a shitty set at the worst time of night, at I would say probably the worst venue in Sydney.
Nah, come on, we're not.
No.
Don't do that.
Crown. We love Crown. I love Crown.
Love Crown. No hate on Crown. But in terms of at that time of the night when it's like 10:30 and there's no one there, it's like it's
fair.
It is fucking grim.
Yeah.
It is fucking grim. I love Crown. That's why. That's
Sorry,
why that's the first 4 times I did it.
When was this set?
This was like one of the first set back that we did.
Yeah,
like
see,
after COVID.
Yeah,
so there's like 25 people. I was like, mate, no one was paying attention. There was like 4 people left, and it was just like when it gets to that time of the night, no one gives a fuck. Like half the people are outside in the smoking area, or they're outside, or they're on their phones. Like
there's
Lachlan
Lachlan McAllister in the audience.
Dude, I'm not trying to shit on Crown at all. I'm not trying to I went there for like fucking 15 times in a row. Like I love Crown, but there's a time in the night where it gets to where people stop paying attention.
Exactly.
And it's not to shit on it, but that's just what fucking
it
happens.
is. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I think like any night, any comedy night that has like more than 20 acts, and it's like I've done shows where it's like you're the 40th act on, and it's like, okay, what's the point? Like, you know what I mean? Like it goes to like, yeah, I know what you mean. It is yeah. And if you don't know Crown and you go into it for the first time, it's like, okay, it's a, I don't know, doesn't give you a good impression in the beginning, right? Unless you get to. You do it a bunch of times, and then you're like, okay, this is how the room is. But you're going into it the first time. And that was your first ever set, right? Is it?
Yeah, it was the first ever set.
Did you get to 5 minutes?
Yeah, I got to 5 minutes. And
well, that's half the battle. Like, you stayed
exactly.
in it.
Yeah, I stayed in there. I was like, well, can't get any fucking worse than this.
Yeah, fucking
So then I was like, so I got off. I was like, I didn't even talk to my friends. I was like, oh, I just need to go to the bathroom for a minute. See Michael Marcus, who's there. He's at the bar.
Shout out.
He was like, yeah, legend. He's like, oh, good job on your first time, man. I was like, oh, dude, that fucking sucked. And he was like, yeah, well, it's your first time. So, it is what it is. Which was like perfect advice.
You might be Michael Marcus, actually, now that he's gone to America.
The new Michael Marcus.
Yeah, like you did your Michael Marcus impression. I was like, that's spot on. And then you went back to your regular voice. And I'm like, holy shit, he's still doing it.
Dude, it was the same. It's the same.
Yeah.
He's a goat. But it was like, the thing was, after that, I was like, you know what? It cannot go any worse than it did that time. So I was like, that's what brought me back. I was like, you know what? Like, everything can go better. Like, you can get on earlier. You can, like, your material's going to be better. Like, it cannot go worse than that. Like, that was still to this day the worst bomb I've ever done.
Yeah.
Not a single laugh. But it meant that the next time I'm just like, my bar is so low that anything else up from that is a win.
That's it. You got to go up and bomb.
You have to go up and bomb. Well, I'm not a fucking success story by any means. So, don't take my word on it. Like, my advice is not gospel, but 100%, like, it definitely gets easier. It gets easier. Like, I still get nervous though. Like, before I go up, I kind of, a little bit shaky or whatever it is. But
I'm surprised by that, dude, because every time I've seen you, it's very kind of cool. Like, seems like a wave. You're like a wave rolling onto the stage.
Once the first bit goes all right, then you're all right. But
so, you have to have like because that's also what I'm doing is like I have to have a strong opener, and once I open with that, then I can like either try out new shit or just like
gotta do it.
You gotta do it. You open strong, and then
Are you still doing jokes that you did in that first set?
Well, one of the things I want to do is do the exact same material and see if it works any better. Bruh. That's what I definitely want to do. Is because I reckon half it's most of it's delivery, obviously, and I also want to see like fucking. Because as well, it was like a series of unfortunate events. Like I was literally dead last in a thing of 25, and there was literally like 2 people in the whole thing, and they're not interested in a fucking word you're saying. Not that you've got anything interesting to say at all, anyway. But it's like it's one of those things where it's like maybe if I flip it and change it. But I reckon there was something in the bit. But it's just like sharpening it a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, like bits when you try it out for the first time. Sometimes they work, sometimes they just need work, and you keep working on it. Even bits that you end up like my opening bit, I've probably been doing it for 3 years now, and I've always added something new, or someone would come, oh, why don't you try it this way? And a bit's never done until it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'd be cool. Yeah, how many times have you done it since you first said?
I didn't ever do any of that stuff ever again, but I did.
You got to bury it, eh?
I do, but I also want to revive it. Like
it's the worst thing in the world, bro. You go back. I've looked at jokes from before I started comedy, and you read the note, and you're like, "What even is this?"
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. It's like a joke about me beating up a fly or something. Like it.
Yeah, but the thing I'll also say is that, like, one thing I've learned is that it's often the bits you don't think you're going to do well that fucking do well.
Exactly.
And it's the bits that do.
And the bits that you're like, oh, this is gonna kill, they often bomb.
Oh, they bomb the fucking
It's weird.
hardest.
Yeah. I've had those, yeah. I'm like, oh, have you had this, like, oh, this is going to work because, setup's great, punchlines, and you try it and it doesn't work, and it's like, what the fuck? And then the bits, you're like, oh, yeah, I'll give this a crack, and it's like fucking kills. You're like, oh, this is, yeah.
My best bit happened on fucking accident ever. It happened on accident, and then I tried it again, and then it crushed again, and I was like, okay, well, there's something obviously that I don't even get the joke. The bit was that I thought alopecia was Will Smith's wife, right? That's the whole bit, right? Yeah. That's the joke. Was that whatever it is. And I first said it one time, and then people started laughing, and I was like, that wasn't the joke. Like that was just a miss. That's just kind of what happened. And then I said it again, and then it was like I delivered it, and then something else on the back.
Just like a round of applause.
And, there's a video of it. There's a video of it on Fresh AF Comedy. Like you can put it up. I did the bit, and I was like, why are you guys laughing at this? I don't even get this joke. Like I don't even get it. Like it was an accident. It was an accident, and then it was like, yeah, I just kind of said it again, and then kind of worked again. And I was like, well, at that point, I was like, fuck it, maybe I should just give up because you know what? It's just accidents that are doing the best for me, or like random, occasional things that I said that aren't like that. Not even the punchline. A
lot of this takes time as well. So if you've only done it for a few months. Give it a few years, and you'll find out what works and what doesn't. Comedy is a long game if you want to look at it that way, or if you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna try out jokes or whatever, and then go back to it. Yeah, it's a long journey. You know.
True that. So what's the story? Where are you from? Sydney originally?
Yeah, I'm from Parramatta. So
big fan.
Yeah. So there's did you say big fan?
Fam.
I got 5 brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest. So
you're the big dog.
I'm the big dog. I'm actually not even close to the funniest. So my 2 younger brothers are way funnier than I am. So it's actually funny. So they were like, okay. So they heard.
Damn, what are they doing tonight?
Well, they heard I was doing stand-up comedy, and they're like, okay, well, we're fucking way funnier than Alex. So we're gonna go try it, right? So they turn up to Nag's Head, right? And my brothers bought one of my brothers bought a posse of his mates. Like he's like 8 of his mates, right? And he's like. Thinks he's just gonna crush. Like he's like, okay, well, this is obviously a piece of piss. If Alex is getting up there and doing it, and he gets any laughs, then I'm just gonna get up and crush. Like, so anyway, they were like, okay, so this is a first for Nag said. I don't know who was emceeing, but it was those two older guys. I forget his name, but they did this bit. I don't know, can't remember. Anyways, so they were like, oh yeah, so we've actually got a first. We've got 3 brothers here, so we're gonna find out who's the funniest. Anyways, so I got 2 brothers, Dougal and Andy. So Dougal gets up first, right? And he's brought a posse of about 10 people. So he brought his 8 mates. Then he brought 2 people who he works with as well. And I was like, bold strategy, Cotton. Like, more power to you. But I think you're gonna struggle. Anyways, he gets up, right, and then proceeds to sit down on the stool on that Nag's Head that you put the mic on, right? And then he's just sitting there like as if he's going to tell a story around the campfire, and then goes on for 5 minutes about how he's dated older women, right? And he thinks it's hilarious, but no one else is laughing. And I'm sitting there going, this is justice. Like, this is just the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Learn your place, little dog.
Yeah, learn your place, little man. Like, this is, it's not as easy as it looks. You know? And that was great. That was one of the highlights of, this year so far, for sure.
That's like, I think that was like my first time as well. I thought I was going to crush. It's my girlfriend, 2 other friends, both chicks. So I'm there, 3 girls in the audience just waiting for me to crush. Fucking terrible. It was just like, You know how you see someone lose steam as well? Like,
Did you see the moment when the light goes out and they're just like they go? They start like self imploding and they're like, yeah, well, I guess I'm a real good comedian and this is really a good way to use of my time on a Thursday or whatever it is. And you're like, oh, dude.
the joke was like my grandma telling my girlfriend that she was the prettiest girl she's seen all week, and I say, "Grandma, you're living in a nursing home." All right, that was like between the two of you. That was more than I got.
I think I've got a bit worse than that.
Where was that? Where was your first time?
Crown.
There's something about it for first
Losing
times,
virginity or doing stand up? Same answer.
No, my first time was, I don't know, I had a bit where I was talking about cows in India, right? How there's like cows just like roaming around.
You're like,
free.
what's the deal with cows? Why do I love them so much? Am I right?
Nah, and it was like I was like I pretended to be a cow and I sat cross-legged, and that was the whole thing. It was just like, and that was my first. That got a bunch of laughs, and I didn't. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't bring anyone. Like, I just went by myself, and like I didn't tell anyone I was gonna do stand-up. And then luckily it wasn't at Crown. Well, shout out to Crown, by the way, but. It was at the Newmarket Hotel back in Brisbane, and it's still one of the best open mics ever. And after that point, I was hooked. Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's fucking psycho. So big family, growing up in Parramatta, primary school, normal.
Yeah, dude. I don't really have like a huge hard luck story or anything like that.
Everyone does, bro. That's the thing you realize.
No, man.
There's something about you that makes you crazy.
You gotta be slightly like emotionally damaged to do stand up comedy. Like that's a fact. And
well, let's get into it, baby boy.
Where does it come from?
Where's it come from? How deep do we want to go? Oh, I'm no survivor. Like I haven't done any of that.
Yeah.
Man, I like
that was the emotional damaged alarm. I feel like
that was the emotional damage alarm. This is the trauma, the trauma bond we're about to generate. Listen. The worst thing that literally has ever happened to me is that my parents got divorced. That's it. Like I am literally. That's it. Like I honestly have zero complaints. Like I've, you obviously you don't get a lot of attention when you're one of six, but outside of that, like, I haven't been in a car accident. I've had no serious injuries. I don't.
Wait, you were 6? Did you say at the time? Is that what you said?
No, I said I'm one of 6. I'm one of 6.
Oh,
I'm one of 6. But yes, actually, the divorce happened around that time. You know what? Yes, that's right. Maybe that's manifesting, but it is.
Right.
It is. Yeah, that's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
So what's a high school situation looking like? Friend group, girlfriend.
Mate, pretty good to be honest. I've had the same 3 friends since like year 3. Say 3 or 4 friends. I wasn't like super popular, but I was pretty smart. So I was like,
you're a cool dude. You should have had all the friends.
I didn't hate on anyone, but I wasn't super popular. I was kind of like I was a little bit of a nerd, but I was kind of I could still play sports. So I was kind of in the middle. Like pretty normal, pretty average. So I was like, I didn't get beaten up, but I also didn't do any beating ups. So I was kind of like I'm just middle of the road.
Yeah.
I'm just like I got a big head and I was lanky, so I got a little bit pushed around. But outside of that,
Was Parramatta kind of, where was it, a public school?
No, it was a private school.
So they're kind of like fighting and shit wasn't really going on.
No, not really. Like, but it also like depends where you hang out. Like, my friends are all pretty like not super aggressive macho guys or anything like that. We just all did our own thing. Like,
Yeah, just cruisy.
Just cruisy. We went to school. We went home. Tried to play a bit of Xbox or whatever it is, and then you do the same thing. You study or whatever. Like, we weren't getting up to anything nefarious. Like, I think the first time I did drugs was like, I was out of high school. Like, I was. So
you waited.
I was pretty, dude. I was a clean kid. Like, I was very clean. Like,
Yeah.
I have no, stories of like sneaking out, behind a block of toilets or anything like that. Like,
You must have done something crazy.
I'm literally the most boring generic white dude. Like, the getting about. Like, I've done a zero crazy shit. Like, well, because I'm also oldest child, so it's like I'm, I guess, naturally more responsible and like more mature, I guess. But
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you now?
25.
25. All right.
Well,
Okay.
how old are you?
Guess.
24.
I'm gonna say 31.
Close. 30. I just turned 30 this year. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm the oldest
How are
one.
you? How are you feeling? Like I had basically an existential crisis going this year. We can talk about this. Like
Yeah,
I had
I had a big one this year.
I had a shocker. I had an absolute shocker. I was in the doldrums. I was like having what I thought was like a quarter life crisis where I was 25 and like what am I doing? Like, you know.
Yeah, you got to go through it. You come out the other side better, I reckon.
I'm still going through it, so I'm not out yet. I'm still going. You tell me what it's like when you get there, but I'm still going.
Yeah, I think when I hit 30, I just realized, wow, I'm not the young kid anymore, you know? Because I started doing stand-up when I was 22, and then you, especially now, doing it, and just like even like in my new job as well.
You're hanging out at an arcade like, hey guys, can I play too?
So how come you came back from Brisbane?
Just prefer Sydney. I was there just for a trip, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going there for ages.
Yeah, well, for like, I was there for a month, and then I had to come back, man.
It's like an extended holiday.
Yeah. Well, I had to, because
they reached their gay guy quota. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into Sausage Boys territory.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, this is far too serious. You know?
No. Yeah.
I feel like I've been the most boring guest of all time.
It's good.
Like,
it's
good.
Yeah.
By this stage in the last one, and a big shout out to Sausage Boys podcast because that was the first one I've listened to in a long time. And the Huey Phillips episode is a must listen. Honestly, it is a must listen. That bloke is like on the permanent. He's on the precipice like the whole time. Like you feel like I feel like patting him on the shoulder, but I also feel like encouraging him just to do it. Like when he goes, oh mate, I'm just gonna, you know, it doesn't even matter anymore. I'm just gonna top myself. Like, you know what, mate? Go for it. Like, and then because he's immortalized, then you know he becomes a martyr.
Oh, imagine
you know,
Huey
imagine
Phillips
that. Imagine
mural.
that. It's just like it becomes immortalized. It's crystallized. It's like
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain. You know,
Yeah.
no one wants to see Kurt Cobain at 50.
Yeah, that's
No one can.
true.
No, you're a dork. If you're Kurt Cobain at 50, you're a
Family Guy had
dork.
that bit.
It's
where
like Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger. It's like, dude, just kick it.
Yeah, well, you know that
Kick the bucket already, buddy. Like, and he's walking around. He's like a skeleton.
Yeah,
Dude,
it'd
that
be weird
sucks.
going to. Yeah, it's like going to a Stones concert now is like, yeah, what the fuck am I watching? It's
Dude,
like, I mean, they're tight. The band's tight, you know, because they've been playing 50 years. But it's like, fuck, how the hell does he? How the fuck is Keith Richards still alive? That's the biggest question.
It's like the Chili Peppers. I fucking love the Chili Peppers so much, but I can't even. I don't want to go see them because they're too old. It's just like they're like,
and one of them's got to die.
people
Let's be
like
real.
play
One of
Can't
them's gotta
Stop,
go. Yeah.
and I'm like, how about you please stop? You're on the ones and twos over here, Vishaal.
All
That's
right,
all
I
you.
was
That's
try-
all
yeah,
you.
my
We're cooking now.
episode.
So what's
Well,
the
that's
setup? So I had a podcast. We didn't have this. That's what we should have had.
Let's go. This is how the sausage gets made.
Yeah. Can you?
You have to build pressure in a situation.
Yeah, and release it with.
So let's get a bit tense. We got to get a bit tense
noises.
again.
Okay, so what noise do we want to release?
We got to get tense. How do we do that? All right. So what's something we're uncomfortable talking about?
Yeah, what is something that you're uncomfortable with?
That's good co-hostship. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Just pass the buck. Yeah, that's A1.
Yeah.
A1. Here we go. We got Conan O'Brien and the other guy. What's his name?
I'm Andy Richter.
Andy Rick. What am I uncomfortable talking about? Well,
What? Oh yeah. Okay. Here's the thing.
That's
All
the
right,
funniest
I've got
way to get
another
into
question.
it.
What is one thing you won't talk about on stage? Like, what is one thing you're like, if I talk about it, then I'll, you know, and if I get a reaction that is like uncomfortable, like what are you uncomfortable talking about on stage? I know, yeah.
I'm not uncomfortable talking about anything. I feel that other people would be uncomfortable talking about certain things. Like, there's stuff that obviously, like, you can get up and you can talk about stuff, but there's obviously stuff like, it's kind of, like, I'm a fully able-bodied, intellectually functional white guy, right? Which kind of does limit to a degree, like a certain degree, what I can talk about. Even if I think there's a funny joke or something in there, like there's a point at which I can push it, and then it's uncomfortable for everyone else. So there's something I could do. I could do a bit in the shower, you know. I could do a black guy, white guy dialogue, right?
How would the black guy sound?
Yeah. Yeah, now, all right.
He's like, Vishaal, get ready to clip this. We're going to get this boy cancelled.
Yeah. Send it directly to Karim.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I could do it, and I could think it's fucking hilarious. But there's like things, you know, that, like if to say it out loud, to put it out loud is to like put it in time forever. Like it becomes something that's that's on the record, you know. So it's not like I'm uncomfortable, but I'm uncomfortable. I don't want anyone to have a bad time, like when they're there. Even if I do think it's funny, I've said some funny shit to what I thought was funny, even to my friends, and they go, oh, you know, don't.
I do that constantly,
Yeah.
and it kind of sends shivers down your
It
spine.
sends shit. It's like, you know, when someone go, oh, dude, I said a couple of jokes, and then the MC gets up and he goes, this is a Crown, and he goes, okay, I think we need a reset after that. And I was like, mate, like you can't say that after someone goes up. Like, you know, it wasn't that bad, you know?
Who was the MC?
Oh, I forget his name. I'm not gonna
I'm
name
gonna
it.
get really uncomfortable.
I'm not gonna name it, but
no.
But he goes, I think we need a reset. And I'm like, we don't need a reset, mate. Just fucking, the show must go on. Let's go. Keep it rolling, you know? There was at least 3 laughs in that whole thing. Like, it wasn't like people were throwing a cabbage on the stage. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and then what do? You walk off the stage, and they get up and say that, and then you're just in the audience.
Like, mate, like, I'm still here.
That's the worst thing
You know?
about it. Like, if you're emceeing or something, if they say something about you during their set, you get up. You get the last word.
Oh,
If you're the comic, there's
shocking.
nothing you can do.
There's no right of reply. And I'm going, mate. Like, you know, I've had some bad sets. I was like, dude, that was not my worst set. You know, that was not my worst set. And he's like, yeah, dude, we need a reset after that. And it was. I'm sitting there going, mate, just do some jokes. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, jump back over here, Vishaal. I'll get on the mic. I'll fix the cam up. All right. So what else? Have you ever had your heart broken, dude?
Yeah, I had my heart broken.
Tell us about that.
Um.
Tell us about that.
Oh, sure, mate. So we did. It was my first girlfriend. It was my only girlfriend. We did long distance, like on and off. Like she moved away for a bit. I moved away for a bit. She moved away for a bit, and then she moved away, and then she was just kind of like, "Oh, what do we do?" You know, I don't really think we can do long distance anymore. And then that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. So it wasn't like.
So nothing too brutal.
Dude, it wasn't brutal or anything. It was actually pretty. It was pretty amicable, to be honest. Like I don't hold any grudges or anything like that. It just it just happened that way. You know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Like. You know.
Damn.
Have you had your heart broken?
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I was with this girl and she was like, no, I'm going long distance. And also there's another guy, but don't ever tell him about it, especially not on a podcast. And I was like, I never will unless it's in a very meta way.
Yeah.
That doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I'm struggling to follow.
Have I had my heart broken? Yeah, I did. Yeah, in high school.
Oh, you're talking about... Okay. Yeah. Good. Sorry. That was about me.
Yeah.
That was about me. Oh,
No, I have.
mate, I'm
yeah.
so slow. So I've been up on the Central Coast, and mate, you don't have to operate at full pace to be up there on the Central Coast. Everything happens at about half speed. It's like YouTube. You use half speed. And yeah. How you going? So now I'm just catching up. Catching up to Sydney time.
Sydney time, yeah.
I'm on
Yeah.
Sydney time now.
Yeah, I what was it? I was 15 and I got cheated on. That was bad.
How old was the guy who she cheated on with? Like 23?
40.
He's like 40. And he's got a car with a spoiler. You know,
No.
he's
Was
got a
the gym
convertible.
teacher.
He's got a convertible.
It was a gym teacher.
It's the worst shit in the world. I remember, like, the next day at school, I was such a dramatic kid now that I think about it. Like, I was sitting there
I
just
can
with
see
my...
that.
Every
Just with
I
my
can
head...
see
yeah.
that.
Just with my...
Did you have long emo hair?
Nah, it was just a bad fucking bowl.
Yeah, I had the emo hair. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
I was just sitting at my table waiting for my friends to come to my group, and I was just listening to Bruno Mars songs. Just the saddest Bruno Mars songs I could find.
Wow. Does he have any sad songs?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he does, mate. He went through his poppy stage at the beginning, and then he's got a couple sad
I
ones.
only know his like big love songs. I didn't know he had a.
He's got that song that's like, you make me feel like you cheated on me with some guy from my school.
That's it.
It was
That's the one.
bad. It was bad.
Was that for that guy from your school?
Yeah.
Did he tell you? Was he like, dude, I just
Yeah.
with the girl?
No.
He was a
didn't.
gentleman about
No,
it?
she told me. And then,
They kept seeing each other?
nah.
Oh, let's say, you know.
Nah, he was like in love with her. And
she sounds like a mermaid on the rocks. Like she just gets everyone. Not to say that she was getting around, but I'm just saying there are girls like that who just like lead you on, tease you on, all that type of thing. And,
Yeah, no, it was a it's something you got to go through, I think.
Oh, 100%. I heard one time that 4 steps to being a man. Number 1, break a heart. Number 2, get your heart broken. Number 3, beat someone up. Number 4, get beaten up. Those are the 4 essentials to become.
Oh, we got Andrew Tate on the podcast. What the?
That wasn't Andrew Tate. That was someone else. But
yeah,
I haven't done any fighting. I think I've got my heart broken and broken a heart. So I'm half man.
Yeah, I've gone.
But you're doing some boxing, aren't you? Now you're doing your fitness and shit.
Yeah, but
I've seen that on Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
I see you on the hustle.
I'm hustling on the gram. I can't help it, dude. I feel so good about myself after a workout. You do a workout and you're just like, I need to let everyone know.
Dude, I'm going to give some advice to anyone out there. Are you doing videos of yourself boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say I had to give some... I respect it. But I also... unless you can proper hit a pad, if you post it, I think you're putting a target on your back.
Good.
Come get some hands.
Come for me,
Come
bro.
get some hands.
Yeah.
I think you're getting there. But I got this one mate who was putting videos up of him hitting pads, and I said, mate, like, to be honest, I'm now more confident than ever that I could batter you in a fight.
Yeah, but where are your pads, dude? You have nothing proven that your pads are better than his pads.
It's pad versus pad, mate versus mate, state of origin. I'm ready to go. Like,
but it's like my favorite thing is I'll look back at some shit and be like, man, you've come so far.
Yeah, progress, 100%, and it's good to keep yourself accountable, like 100%. I just
But it is bad. Like seriously, you finish a workout and I get like a high. Like a runner's high or something like that. And I'm like, I need to let everyone know. I need to let everyone know that I'm bad at doing this, but I am doing it.
Mate, I think it's good. I just have a particular thing about hitting pads. Outside of that, like I think more people should,
Wouldn't it be great if everyone on your timeline was posting pictures of them?
You'd be surprised how many people are posting boxing things right now on my timeline. I'm going, listen, what do you guys all have? Is there something you're trying to tell me? You need to beat something up? Like come talk to me. To show me videos of you smacking some PT's pads or some random guy. Like, there's literally 10 people on my timeline who are doing it, like, consistently. Like, twice a week. And I don't know if it's like F45. You know how there's a trend? Like, do you remember when everyone was just posting F45 pictures? Did you ever see that? Were you around for that?
No.
Mate, I had a stage where all the girls on my time were going to F45 and posting about it. And I was like... That is not impressive. I'm not impressed by your F45.
Like, what is F45?
F45 is functional training.
The gym.
It's for the gym. You're going to the gym.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like seeing people do that. And I'm like, good for you, man.
I think look.
Do you go to the gym, Alex?
Yeah, I go to the gym. I just don't
where's
post
your fucking Instagram photo? How is anyone meant to know?
No one knows, man.
It's a secret one. It's like,
the thing is,
that's how you know I've really had my heart broken because I'm like, damn, really had my heart broken, but it's all right because in 10 years I'm going to post 3 videos of me hitting pads on Instagram.
You just wait. That's when you know I'm in real trouble, is when you start seeing me post videos of hitting pads on Instagram. But
that's what I am. I'm in mental turmoil all the time. I'm like, damn, I need content.
Dude, just mental chess, man. But yeah, I was extremely skinny growing up, like extremely skinny, not anorexic, but like no mass, like very long and lanky.
Same. Yeah, I was just
Stories about me, Vishaal.
Yeah,
anyways.
I gotta throw myself in that.
Fucking A.
Gotta contribute. No, go ahead.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Vishaal's gonna go extra hard on the pads tonight after those comments.
Yeah, if Vishaal's about to hit me with like a boo sound effect or something like that when I finish my story. But I was like super skinny growing up, so I was like, when I got to 17, 18, I started lifting weights. Like, I've already been in it. So like, to me, I'm going, a few times a week, but that's not like. I've been doing it for a while, so it's not. I was doing it before Instagram, so I was like.
Are you on the pads?
Not on the pads.
Quit your bragging.
I've done Muay Thai. Like I've done Muay Thai.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I just started Muay Thai.
It's great. It's great for your fitness. The thing, okay, if you want to post, right, get into the group shot that everyone gets into after their big session. If they do a big sparring session or whatever it is, get into that. They do a big shot at the end and everyone does their fucking poses. That's good. That's good
So
content.
you were actually sparring and everything.
I was doing a little bit of sparring, but it was mostly pads and drill work. It was when I was in China. So I lived in China for 6 months.
Where the fuck did? Yeah.
All right.
So I can speak a bit of Chinese.
No, I'm the most boring white guy. I've done fucking nothing, eh?
I lived in China and
Yeah, I lived in
Yeah.
China for 6 months. So and there was a Muay Thai gym. So I went there and
Dang.
did some Muay Thai with those guys.
what were you doing? Wait, were you there for just Muay Thai or did you?
No. So I was like,
Yeah.
so my last year uni, I had 2 electives left, and I was like, oh well, I can do something stupid and something easy. So I did beginner's Mandarin, and then next semester I did intermediate Mandarin, right? And then so I finished my degree, and I'm like, well, I didn't take a gap year after high school. I'd be keen to go and fuck about for a bit, like just not go straight to full time work. So I was like, my brother had previously been to China, and he was there, and he was on a full scholarship to a university there, because he finished his HSC doing Mandarin, like he did Mandarin as an elective, so he was really good at it. He was over there at the time, so I was going to go over there, and we was going to be a couple city boys in Shanghai. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
City boys up, and then so he loses his scholarship, comes back. I go over there anyway. But it was basically like to get better at Mandarin, but also just to kind of have a bit of time off, and so that's what it was. So I went over there, and so I did 2 months staying with a Chinese family,
Yeah.
which was super funny. Dude, this was actually funny. So I'm supposed to be teaching this kid English, and his name's Jerry, right?
How would he pronounce it?
Jerry. I don't want to say it. Do
Which
it.
one's
I
the
don't
clap? Where's the clap? Where's the clap? Which one?
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
that
go.
one. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a ha. That one's a trombone.
I don't want to do a racist impersonation, but it sounded like Jerry.
No.
Pretty close.
Yeah. No, don't. The implication is the joke. We
Greg
don't
was
need to-
here. He'd be like, "Do it, do it."
No, he'd be saying do it. He'd be saying
Yeah.
do it. But so I had to teach this kid English, and so I get to this family, right? And the thing is that as soon as I get there, I'm like the star of the show, right? It's all about me, right? And so you got this 12-year-old Jerry and his kid and his 7-year-old brother Jason, right? Don't laugh. And then so it's us two just hanging out the whole time. Me trying to teach this kid English. But he instantly doesn't like me, right? Because I've come in, mum's fussing over me. What food you want? What you
He doesn't like
Yeah.
me because I'm trying to root his mum.
Listen, she was a lovely lady, and I have no thoughts of anything like that, anything that way. So then, anyway, so I'm supposed to be teaching this kid English, and he hates me like already. And I'm teaching him English, and I'm like, mate, like, first thing is that they didn't understand that he actually wasn't as good at English as they thought he was, right? And that's the first thing I told him. So instantly, uproar, like upheaval. They're like, oh, we've been getting him lessons, like all this stuff. He was very good at like reciting things, but he couldn't properly read. Like if you put something new in front of him, he couldn't read it. But if you made him practice it, he could remember it and then read it like that.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
yeah.
he's not actually reading.
He's
He's just
remembering.
reciting.
Yeah.
He's reciting. And I'm like, that's not reading. So I said, he can't read, right? And they're like, oh my God. Okay, so anyway, so then so this kid hates me now, right? Because now I'm getting all the attention. His parents think he can't read, which he can't, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm literally doing whatever I want, and I'm also getting paid for it. So then, anyway, so I take this kid to the library, to this local library in downtown Shanghai. But this is like rural Shanghai. So Shanghai's got 3 rings, which is the inner ring, middle ring, outer ring, right? And that's kind of how you determine how far from the city you are, right?
3 rings.
There's 3 rings, like 3 rings, one to rule them all. But we're on the outer, we're like outer ring, right? And there's no white people there. I'm the only white people. I walk out and people are like doing double takes, right? Which you think wouldn't happen in Shanghai because Shanghai was settled by the French ages ago, but it still does in the outer sections. They're like doing double takes and they're taking photos with you in the street and stuff like that. They think you're like some celebrity. I don't know.
It happens.
Austin
It
Butler or
happens
something.
in India as well. They'll see a white person on the street and they're like, "Can I get a photo?" And yeah, it's a weird thing, but yeah, yeah.
It's strange because you're not a celebrity, but it's weird because they're just like, "Can I take a photo?" I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want?"
That's
like,
white
what do you want?
privilege
I
right
wanna
there.
start- I
That's
wanna-
the biggest form of white privilege. You just go anywhere and people just take photos of you.
I want
you
to
know
start
what
doing that here with Chinese guys.
Do it. But I could speak a bit of Chinese to them. They don't expect it, so I could be like, "Mate,
Yeah.
what are you doing?" Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I
They
was,
think you're like Leonardo DiCaprio or something.
I don't know who they think they are because
Yeah.
that's kind of racist from their part as well. If they're like, "Oh, this guy must be someone famous." famous. Like, oh, because they just think you're white, that you're famous, you know? Anyways, I told him that. I was like, dude, I'm not
Yeah,
famous.
no, we have it hard over here. We're not all famous.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, dude, I'm just a guy trying to make a buck. And so anyway, so I take him down to this library, right? Because we're like, let's get out of the house. Let's go learn somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
He goes, he plays. So I have no idea where we are. We're in like rural Shanghai. Like, we're a good couple K's. We took the bus there. Like, we're a good couple K's. This kid just runs off in the library.
How old was he again?
He's 11 or 12.
So you're this white guy everyone's taking photos with it.
And you're hanging out with the 11-year-old Chinese boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry.
What are you insinuating, mate?
Nothing at all.
Sound like some innuendo there.
I'm trying to call him out. What
Nothing.
Are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing with that?
What are you doing?
Go on,
What
go
are you
on.
doing with that? That sounds like one of those abduction movies.
So he runs away in the library.
So he runs away in the library, but he doesn't run away in the library. He just runs and keeps going.
It's like, you can't teach me English.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jerry, that was perfect.
Yeah, I was like, chef's kiss, man. Why don't you do that? I'm like encouraging, dude. So we had full out to get. So he ran away. I had to come back to the house, obviously without him, which is embarrassing considering I'm the tutor and I'm responsible for him, and he's 12, and we've just been in a library like 3 k's away.
Yeah.
So he comes back to the house, and the mum's like, why is Jerry here? You're not here. I'm like, well, he ran away, so that's one thing. Then after a while, so it got so bad, we had to get a mediator in.
Jesus Christ.
Mediator.
Yeah, we had a full intervention. So it's me, this English therapist, English-speaking therapist, because the dad could speak English, but no one else could. It was amazing. I was like, the whole thing was ridiculous. And so we were just sitting there, and the mediator's like, wow, Alex, you know what? You're doing a good job. And I was like, thank you. You know what? That might be the first time in my life someone's told me that. So it's about damn time someone did. And so if it happens to be in Shanghai and it's some weird part of backwater at Shanghai, then so be it, man. I'm stoked with that. But then the rest of the time, so I did 2 months there. And then I was just doing a bit of tutoring on the side, teaching people English. It's an easy gig, man. Like, you can go to China. You can just hang out with the kids and they'll pay you. They'll pay you $50 an hour Australian just to hang out with the kid, play video games with the kid.
Damn, I have to pay kids here to hang out with me.
Dude,
They already know English.
you got to at least pay for the candy to get them in the truck
Yeah, and the van hire.
and the van hire.
Oh, do you want to hit that baby boy? She's dog. We'll go a little bit longer. Do you have to run?
No, man,
Alright,
mate, I got nothing to do. I'm
Oh
unemployed.
yeah, you're on fucking North Coast time.
I'm on
Central
North Coast time, buddy. I went for a swim this morning.
Yeah. Stop and start it, please.
Vish, you're getting the hang of it. You're gonna be a gun. You know, I worked at Sky News for a bit in transfers.
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting. I worked at Mutton Place, and I got out just before the siege happened.
The siege.
Sydney siege. Remember when the Lint Cafe thing happened?
Yeah.
That was right next to Mutton Place. It was right next to Channel 7.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, people were talking about that at work
Yeah.
when I went to work. That was crazy.
Like,
Crazy times, isn't it?
Yeah. Were you worried?
Oh well, I was at home, so I was not worried. But I
You're
thought,
like, I hope they kill Sandra from the photocopier desk.
yeah, I was like, hey, that bitch Michelle from transfers. I hope she gets it. You know, but you know what? Who gets a coffee at the Link Cafe? You gotta be a lunatic anyway. So you know what? Sympathy down 10%.
I think we got more in this China story. What else did you do over there?
Mate, I'll tell you. So I played AFL for the first time in China. That was funny. So I joined the Shanghai Tigers. So it's like
Shout out to the Shanghai Tigers.
I like to think you're like this Australian guy that plays it over there, and you just get put to like the national team.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? So Shanghai Tigers. We then go to Asian Championships.
And you're a player of the match.
Crush. Win the whole thing as per. We didn't have Asian champs. We had national champs. So it was kind of internet. It was Asian, in fairness, because they sent a team from Taiwan, which is I know how you guys like to say technically China, and then there's also a team.
It's not technically China. Yeah.
I think
That's not technically China. That is China.
Yeah, I think Huey Phillips said that. He said, for about when he was ranking all his housemates, he was like, yeah, we had one Taiwanese. Oh, so technically Chinese. That was his bit. And then so there was like Tiny, Nepal, I think Mongolia sent a team, so they all came in on horseback. No, I'm joking. That was filthy Mongolians.
There we go. There's the accent.
No, that was South Park.
All right, dude.
You haven't seen South Park?
No, I fucking love South Park.
Yeah, dude.
Who
South
doesn't
Park-
love South Park?
Dude, South Park, where they go, oh, you're Syrian Mongolians. And then
What's the ethnic
and
thing?
they're all on the horseback and they're trying to cut down the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Shitty Walk.
Shitty walk.
Yeah, so then there was a team. I think there might have been a Mongolian team. There was also there wasn't a Japanese team, but there was a few from around China as well. So there was like a Chengdu team. There was the Beijing Bombers. They were there, and we all played. And so we all played on this field out in Whoop Whoop because there's obviously no AFL grounds. The thing about China as well, there's no real grass. Like that's what I found. It's all synthetic grass. So
Wow.
there was like one time where we were able to play on real oval, like in Shanghai. That was it. But the rest, like all those ovals in the city, everywhere, synthetic grass.
Dang, that's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like
So crazy. Yeah.
so, when you next time you run out on North Sydney Oval or wherever you go, then take it. There's there is real parks. And the crazy thing about China, as well, the thing I like about it was, here at like 7:00. Even in summer, 7:30, like during the week, most people are inside. Dude, at 7:30 at China, at 8:00, everyone's out. They're walking. They're doing Tai Chi and shit.
They're looking for their kid.
They're looking for Jerry. Who I've just got by literally the scruff of the neck. And I said, mate, I've fucking had just about enough of you. Like, I literally did. Yeah, I should have said, I've never batted a kid before, but by God, I was close with this kid. Like, after the fourth time of him running off, I found him and I was like, mate, you have no idea what's about to happen. Like,
Did he ever learn English?
He got. Well, the problem was we had to go all the way back to the start because he couldn't read, and they all thought he could read. So I was like, dude, we got to go. I was telling his parents, I said, mate, this is going to be painful because we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Like we're going back to and they're like, holy hell. And I was like, yep, well, someone's got to do it, otherwise he's never going to learn. So I went back, and then he was on track with where all the other kids were until he wasn't, right? Which is when we started. So it was it was painful. Yeah. But he got better by the time. But it was also like, the thing was as well, I was trying to learn Chinese. So it was a bit of a conflict of interest because I was trying to speak more Chinese in the house rather than English.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's good, Jerry. Yeah, like all that stuff. And you know what else is crazy? So China for a long time was really, really poor, right?
Yeah.
Like historically poor. And one of the ways that you can tell someone is rich is a status thing is what they eat and when they eat. So it's like poor people still eat a lot of rice. Oh, one other crazy thing you're like, because you know how you got that joke about QR codes and checking in, and you're like, well, I'm not going to do it. But it's like they have in China, everything's QR coded. They've had QR codes for ages. Even beggars have QR codes. Beggars have that, so because you can send money in China, you can just send money. You know how we got like
a lot of it's
Beam
wireless.
or whatever it is.
Yeah,
so you've got someone's contact, bang, that's it. You just send them money. Like you don't need another app. It's all through WeChat. You just send them. You can just send them dollars.
Yeah.
So then beggars have QR codes. And you just send them dollars, but they've got a phone. You know.
Well, it's like those like Xiaomi and whatever. Those like cheap Android ones, right? So they can afford it, I guess. I don't know.
I got a Xiaomi. I got a Xiaomi phone at home.
Right.
Yeah. I'm full CCP, by the way.
Oh, I'm the opposite, man.
You're about it.
You haven't heard my episode,
I'm
bro.
about it. Hey, bring on the hammer and sickle. If it's Chinese, I'm here for it.
Yeah, right.
Right, that's dude.
You should have heard my episode, man. I have my qualms.
I'm going to listen to it on the way home. You got two parts, though.
Yeah.
Listen to the second part.
The second part is where I...
Is
but
when you
that's
really come into your own?
That's just from what like I said, like I've never lived in China, and after that episode, I probably will never be able to enter into China, so I don't know. But like, you've had like, just a few
I had a great
months
experience. I'd say it was some of the best 6 months of my life.
Right.
It sounds incredible, dude. Would you plan to go back?
100%. I'd go back there in a heartbeat.
Well, you know the language. That's fucking...
No, a bit of the language. I know a few of the spots. I'd like to do some exploring. I'd like to do more Beijing next time. And like, Shanghai's not really real China, like, because it's all Western. Like, you can... The crazy thing is that in Shanghai, you really can get away with knowing no Chinese. I knew a guy, so I went to one of these classes, right, to learn more Chinese, and I get this guy. His name is Broby, and he was from another part of the world, and he had been there for 3 years and did not know a fucking lick of Chinese.
Yeah,
He did not know a single word of Chinese. I was like, dude, I understand it's hard, but you've been here 3 years. Like
Yeah.
he couldn't order.
could have picked something,
He
yeah.
could not order a McChicken from the McDonald's if he wanted to. He could not do it.
Damn.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
You got to know a little bit, at least.
I think in
You
most
gotta try.
I think most Asian countries, like India, you can get away with, not knowing the local language because most people speak English there because of history. But yeah, I think like in Japanese, you have to. Yeah, but like in Japan, I think like if you're gonna live in Japan, you at least have to pick up at least some form of Japanese within 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's respectful.
Yeah.
And Japanese people are respectful anyway. So out of respect, you do it.
Have you been to Japan?
I've been to Japan.
Yeah, my parents have been, but I've never. Like, where'd you go? Which parts?
We went to Tokyo. They do have this weird, creepy thing though with maid cafes. You ever been to a maid cafe? Dude, it's.
Is it anything like a Lint cafe?
Yeah, it's got all the good bits, except for the madman's monas. It's like you go there and you get served by like girls in dresses in like the schoolgirl outfits, and they go like that type of shit,
Yeah,
and that's how they
yeah.
serve your food and everything, and then like that. But it's all old men in the store in the cafe. It's fucking creepy. It's
Yeah.
like, it's actually gross when you're in there. And so I was there with my auntie and my cousin. And my cousin's like 12.
Yeah.
She was like 11. She's like, I want to go to the cafe. I want to go to the maid cafe. And so me and we go in there and it's just all these super weird old guys in suits. And the menus are like kids menus and stuff. They got little fluffy bunnies and shit on them.
It's meant to be a sex thing, right?
It's sexualized, but
Yeah.
it's also supposed to not. You can still get kids food and whatever it is, but it's totally geared towards strange, weird old dudes. So it's like it's one, and I was like, dude, we got to get out of here. And she was having the best time, and we were like, because the waiters, they're all like cute, and they do the cute thing, and they're like, "Oh," and then you're just like, oh, okay, like, all right. Good. If it wasn't for the weird guys, it would be all right. But it's the fact that the weird guys are there that you're like, nah, maybe not.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. That. Did you have a little beige fling over in China?
No, I didn't. I had a girlfriend the whole time I was there.
Oh, true.
So I did that, and that was tough 6 months. But she came over to visit, which was nice. So.
Oh right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. So what's the culture, the fucking... So that was in Japan, you were saying?
Japan is with the maid cafe.
Because Japan has a big kind of stereotype for a weird sex culture.
They got one of the highest rape rates in the world.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, maybe I'm part Japanese.
Don't knock it till you tried it. Yeah, they do. The problem is, so they got an issue. That's why they have so many weird fetishes, like, and
Yeah, don't
that's
they
like
sell like used panties and like
Yeah,
vending
they
machines?
do
Did you see that?
because they're fully sexually. The guys are fully sexually repressed, right? Because in Japan,
Yeah, I've
it's a
heard that,
culture
yeah.
of like hardcore work, like work's life.
Yeah.
And then what they do is kind of the cultural thing is in compensate. I don't want to stereotype here, and I'm no Japanese culture expert, but I'll have a crack. The thing is that they go, well, the trade-off is, because you guys all work so hard, we'll allow all these strange and weird fetishes to kind of propagate culturally as your mode of expression, like to get out of it. Because we need you guys to be working 16 hours a day. That's why rape and suicide are among the highest in the world.
Yeah, didn't they have that forest
Wow.
as well?
Yeah, they got the suicide forest.
The suicide
Yeah.
forest that Logan Paul got famous for.
Yeah.
It was the first time he heard of Logan Paul, and he was like,
Right, that's what I want to see someone do that, and they're still making millions of dollars. I'm like, am I too worried about getting cancelled? If you can make a stupid video on a suicide forest in like a sacred
he's actually
suicide,
he's gotten more famous and more rich.
Am I
from that
overthinking
video.
this?
Yeah, cancel culture. At this
Is
point
cancel
is
culture a thing?
It's a myth, I think. Like, think about it. Like Louis C.K. is making, he's come back.
He's
He's
the
come
most
back.
talented
Chappelle's
comedian
come back.
in the world.
You reckon he's more talented than Chappelle?
I
Louis
think-
C.K.
Nah,
I've seen Chappelle's early shit, and I've seen CK's early shit, and Chappelle's early shit crushes. CK's.
Yes.
Yeah. But
No doubt.
I think I still
I would agree.
I'll still fuck with Chappelle's later shit. He's my favorite of all time. I'll put him up there.
Louis' introspection and view of the world is incredible.
Yes, the way he
Yeah.
unravels a thought and the way he can go down a path, 100%. Who's your favorite all-time comedian?
Chappelle.
Chappelle? What about you,
Louis.
Jackin?
Lou Dog.
Louis?
I'm a big Norm. I like a big Norm
Norm,
McDonald.
yeah.
Love me some Norm.
Dude,
Norm's great.
Now that you say it, bro.
Dude, I have binged. You have to listen to his when he had his podcast. He had his show for like 2 or 3
It was
seasons.
Norm McDonald has a show.
Yeah, Norm.
Yeah.
No, there was, but then there was also Norm McDonald Live, right?
Oh, right,
Which was his
yeah.
actual podcast, mate. It is because they have a section where they do jokes, right? Where it's they writes jokes and they read it off a card.
Yeah.
I was going to steal that for this show.
Dude, I think it's a
Yeah.
cracker idea, and like if 100%, and what you should get to do as well is that you should do what SNL does, which is joke swap, which is I write jokes for you and you write jokes for me, and you make me read the jokes that you wrote.
Yeah.
So
They do that.
So
yeah.
I might write like a terrible culturally insensitive joke, but you've got to read it.
I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we will incorporate. We do have to wrap here in a minute. We'll get you back on, and we're definitely doing that next time. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Damn, bro. There's so much. I feel like we just struck gold. But that's the best, though. Because now we get to come back next time and talk
Yeah,
about it.
100%.
And get Karim on, and yeah.
It's always better to cut them short than take it too long.
I know. We always get carried away. It always gets that way. We're going to set up a Patreon soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do double the episodes. The Patreon will be fucking fire, I think.
Yeah.
You got some exclusive content? Are you and Karim making out or something? Or
That's free.
that's free?
That's free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love should always be free. That's
Love
what I
should
say. Yeah. All right.
All
Bro,
right.
thanks so much for coming on.
Mate, thank you so
Thanks
much for having
me
And
on,
I'm sorry
Jackson.
for being late.
No stress at all.
Yeah.
No stress at all, man.
Thanks for having me on as a co-host.
Thanks
man.
for co-hosting.
I know I couldn't keep up to the cancel level as Karim, but yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
It's
Thank
good.
you so much.
It's good. All right.
All right.
Till next time. Peace.